From the date I leave, whatever the date, even if I leave tomorrow morning, what's the problem? Because I promised that after this, for 80 years, people will feel my presence strongly. That is, I will ensure that all of you are dead before I am done.
That is because you did not die. You left consciously. You will become so much more effective, so much more present than before. You will see when I die, I'll become much more than what I am. Yes, because I won't die, I'll go. It's very different from going and just falling dead. You'll see I'll become much more present because poor man decided to leave you 10 years ago. Please leave him alone. If he comes in the dream, you have emotions, it's okay, but don't try to do other things. 10 years is a long time. When somebody dies, I want you to understand, unless it happens in a certain ways, otherwise, when somebody dies, it may not be a conscious decision. In some way, his life, the life within him, decided to go, isn't it? For whatever reason. Yes? Maybe he did not consciously think, I want to go, but for some reason the life within him decided to go. Always please respect that. When they're alive, do everything that you can for them. Once they're dead, leave the dead to the dead. Somebody said that. So, when they're alive, you have business with them. When they're alive, you're not on talking terms. After they're dead, you want to communicate, don't do such things. Leave the dead to the dead. When they're alive, you have business with them. Do as much business as you wish to. Yes, when you're alive, show deep involvement with people around you. Once they die, you must just leave them. They're finished. You got nothing to do with them. And definitely, he's not interested in you. Why I'm saying this is, I know this is very contradictory to what all your psychics are saying. Please understand, your relationship with somebody, whether your husband, wife, father, mother, anybody for that matter, what is your connection with them? Their physical body, their mind, their emotion. This is all, isn't it? Yes? However deep your relationship is, emotion, mind and body, this is how much you know the other person, isn't it? Do you know anything else? About your father, mother, uncle, husband, wife, child, do you know anything more than this about them? If you're mentally and emotionally connected, that itself you feel is wonderful. So all these three things dropped off, isn't it so, when they died? So once these three things have dropped off, who is your uncle? Who is your father? Tell me. You have to search in the earth. You just have to search in the earth because the body that you loved has become a part of this. He didn't take it there. So he's lost his form. So can your uncle appear now? Or your father appear now? Or grandfather appear now? Because he lost his form, isn't it so? The form that he carried, did he drop it and go or did he take his… what is it called, ascension happened? No ascension. So your uncle doesn't have a face or a body or anything, so how does he come? He cannot come. And if he happens to be around, he's not your uncle anymore. All the uncleness dropped off when he died. Now he belongs to another thing, which is not yours, got nothing to do with you. So leave the dead to the dead. They're entering your dreams. They are not entering your dreams. for some reason your memory is raked up because you have a whole lot of memory, pleasant or unpleasant. People whom you love and people whom you hate, they are the ghosts that come in your mind, isn't it? People whom you didn't bother about, they don't come, isn't it? Isn't it so? Yes. So both whom you love and you hate, you deeply stored them in your mind. So the memories play games. It's okay. Enjoy the dream. No problem with that. What's wrong? You meeting your uncle or grandfather or great-great-great-grandfather that you had not seen, only a picture you had seen. What's wrong meeting him in the dream? There's nothing wrong meeting anybody in your dream. In your life, you choose whom to meet and whom not to meet. In your dream, no problem. Don't attach undue importance to it because it'll grow. You can't stop it. You just can't stop it. Once you try to read meanings in it, you can't stop it. It'll grow and multiply and get more and more complex by the day. First, uncle will just appear, then he'll take you for a walk. Then, things will happen. Mind is an incredible instrument, but if it goes out of control, it can be a horror. You've seen people who become mentally sick? What can be a miraculous thing can become a horror if it goes little out of control, isn't it? So it's extremely important in your life and in your wakefulness and in your sleep to remain very straight is important because the line between sanity and insanity is so thin, anybody can cross over any moment. People will be perfectly fine, tomorrow morning they just blown their fuses and gone, isn't it? Have you seen? Haven't you seen people going just crazy just like that without any warning? Because the line between sanity and insanity is so thin, very easily. Every one of you is capable of crossing that line just like that. So it's extremely important that you do not support any hallucinatory process in you. Always. Just being straight, shooting down all that nonsense and just being very straight is very, very important because very easily you can cross the border. From miracle to horror will happen just like that.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. If we stop doing our samyama practice, does that mean we have lost it?
Good night. It means you're dead. No, you can always start it. That aspect of losing it, I have only spoken with reference to shunya, not with anything else. That if you do not take care of it, shunya will leave you. Because that is the most important thing that you have done in all these years. That you can't make out. How can the damn thing of doing nothing can be more important than all this Shambhavi, it just leaves you ecstatic? How can that be more important? Yes, it is. That is the most significant thing. There is no substitute for shunya. I can create 10 different practices which can give the impact of Shambhavi. But there is no substitute for shunya. It's very hard to understand because it's different.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. You said karma carries into the next life. Can a person change their karma in this lifetime through yoga or good actions?
Oh, definitely. If that was not possible, what is the point doing all the spiritual processes? If you can't change the course, then what is the point doing all this? Then all this would be just pure nonsense, isn't it? You definitely can. By whatever you consider as good actions, can I change? With good actions, you cannot change what is there, but you can add. See, like last time you went for a test Let's say you're studying in a university, last time test you all got C, 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 C. Now this month you're again taking the test, you can't change that report. But this time you can get all A. Next month again you can get all A. Now, if you have lots of A's, that 1 month of all C's sort of loses its significance, isn't it? Somebody looks at your report cards, okay, all C's, that's bad, but now so many A's, we'll ignore that. It gets lowered, but it's not gone, it's there. But if you do the necessary sadhana, where you're going to the works, going back to the works, see, sadhana means you need to understand, good deeds are just actions. It is not even good deeds which do things for you. It is just a sense of good intention constantly. Your thoughts are pleasant, emotions are pleasant. If you do this, then you will see, you'll start getting A's. So the old C's are not gone. But because there are so many A's, we can sort of little ignore the C's. If you got CCC again, then you can't ignore it, isn't it? So, people taught you must be loving, love thy neighbor, this is so that you get A. You're pleasant. It is not good deeds as such, because there's no deed which you can call as good or bad. But you have pleasant emotion, you have pleasant thoughts you have. Now you start getting A's. This will sort of screen the C's for you, but doesn't take it away. But when you do sadhana, you're taking yourself back to the works. You don't get A, you don't get a C here, but you're trying to obliterate that. You're not trying to earn good karma. One who is on the spiritual path is not trying to earn good karma, because for him, whether it's good karma or bad karma, all karma is bondage. It's like, if I put steel shackles on you, that's one kind. Suppose I put golden shackles on you. Is it any better? Is it any better? I chain you with steel chains, that's pretty bad. Suppose I put gold chains around you. Is it any better? But it's better, isn't it, socially? Isn't it better? You're wearing gold chains and walking around? It is definitely better socially, but existentially it makes no difference. So good deeds and bad deeds make no difference existentially, but makes a big difference psychologically and socially. So if you are in pleasant emotion, you will be psychologically and socially in a good condition. If you create pleasant thoughts, pleasant emotions, the psychological and the social is handled, but existential is not handled. That will go on taking its own course. That's why these good people who are, good, I'm not talking morally good, but people who are very loving and nice people, many times all kinds of suffering is coming to them, they're always wondering why. I never wished anything bad to anybody, never did anything wrong, why is it coming? Because you have no way of taking away the old imprints. Old imprints are taken only if you take yourself back to the works. Now you're not thinking of good deed and bad deed. You just want to obliterate everything.
Whether you're ready or not, you will die when it comes. It doesn't take any expertise. Many aspects of life demand expertise. Death is not like that. If I shoot you in the head, you'll die even if you don't know anything about it, perfectly well, isn't it? That's the beauty of death. Life is not like that. Whatever you do, you'll always look back and say, oh, I could have done it better. Isn't it? Isn't it so? Life is not like that, but death is this is the advantage with it. You don't have to have any knowledge about it. You can die perfectly well. Now, What is it that is exactly happening at the moment of death? Either your life can be shocked out of your body, boom, it's shocked out of your body, because the body became suddenly unable to contain life, it spilled out. Or it can be squeezed out of the body, or it can be tortured out of the body. Now you drank yourself to a state where your liver is in tatters. Now life still wants to be there, but body is squeezing life out, it's torturing it out. It becomes… you will see people go into disease and people beg, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. Then a time comes when it becomes unbearable, then they say, I want to die. Have you seen this happening? Because now the body has become such a torture. You are seeking death as a relief, not as a transcendence. It's just a relief. When life process becomes extremely painful, people will seek death because they see it as a relief. They are not seeing it as a possibility, they are just seeing it as a relief. So death, though it doesn't need any expertise to die, but there is a whole lot of science as to how to die. To make use of that event in the best possible way, there is a whole lot of systems. I think quite some time ago I said, from the date I live, whatever the date, even if I live tomorrow morning, what's the problem? Because I promised that after this, for 80 years, people will feel my presence strongly. That is, I will ensure that all of you are dead before I am done. So if you maintain that, if you just maintain that connection, if you hold on, you will die well. I don't know whether you live well or not, that takes some skill. So life is something everybody has to pay attention to. Death, for you I would take care, but you're asking the question in general. So, how should one live? With the same ease with which you exhale. Actually, whenever you feel little uptight within yourself, whenever you feel little trapped within yourself, you always sigh, isn't it? That is okay, if you live like that. If you simply live like this, most wonderful. But if you live with a little sigh, still okay. But if it has to be punched out of you or squeezed out of you, that is not good. Life should depart gently. It settled into the womb like a snowflake without any effort. Many of you have been pregnant, there's still somebody here? Yeah. One day, after you conceived, one day, suddenly something boom came into you, nothing like that happened. It settled into you, another life settled into you without even you being conscious about it. With such gentleness, it settled in. Even a snowflake you would feel, it is much, much subtler than that. Like a gentle breeze, it walked in. Like a gentle breeze, it should walk out. Because that's how life is. Rest of the nonsense is created by you. Life comes in that way, goes out that way. If you are here just as life, if you have become the nonsense that you have gathered, the dirt bag that you are, this is not my terminology, this is the local terminology, they call you a dirt bag, because this is just earth. So the piece of earth that you gathered, you started having nonsensical ideas about it. Because of that, living is such a struggle. Otherwise, like a gentle breeze it came in, like a gentle breeze it should live, like a gentle breeze it should go. That's the way… that's the nature of life. That's the way life is. You might have made yourself into something else, that's different. People have made themselves into such a struggle. So death should happen like gentle breeze, like a gentle note out of a flute. Ooh, you must go. It'll be wonderful that you left in a song. But don't focus on death. It is only the reminder of your mortality which makes the small time span of life very precious, isn't it? If you were immortal, you wouldn't do anything right, I'm telling you. Yes. If you were immortal, you wouldn't do anything right. Now, because time is ticking, you know, you're going. Just as you're doing this, you're going, do you know? Yes or no? Because it's ticking away, if you become aware, suddenly life becomes precious and valuable, not a moment to be missed.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. Is it because you were enlightened in previous lifetimes that you are able to remember your past lives?
That is because you did not die. You left consciously from… That's a very big difference. Just dying, the normal form of dying, and leaving the body consciously is very different. Now you retain everything, including your discretion. It is, in fact, heightened, not lowered, because now you lost the burden of the body. Because you're fully conscious and you left it consciously, without the burden of the body, you will become so much more effective, so much more present than before. You will see when I die, I'll become much more than what I am. Yes. Because I won't die, I'll go. It's very different from going and just falling dead. You will see I'll become much more present. Because physical body has its restrictions, it restrains some things, it loses some things. Right now, the moment you sit here, no matter what experiences you had with me, what all has happened, still you can't help looking at me as a person. Once you see me as a person, your mind will not stop, it will make its own judgments, it will make its own struggles, because with another person you always have this, isn't it? Once this is no more a person, you will see your ability to accept this is so much better. In many ways… Okay, I don't want to say such things to you. Huh? In many ways, you're always looking forward to your guru's death because you want him more present. And the presence is little limited because of the physical body. It's slightly lowered because of the body. The body is gone, you will see he will become much more present. Nothing wrong. Don't think in terms of, oh, no, I'm not. That's not this is. This is not a bond of love. This is a bond of light. So, your emotions are okay, I respect that, but it doesn't mean much. That's not what is important. How much emotionally you feel is not important. How intensely you reverberate with me, that's important. But without emotion, you may never reverberate, so you need emotion. Emotion gives you focus. Emotion doesn't serve any purpose by itself, but it gives you focus. Now you love somebody intensely. It existentially doesn't mean anything, but it creates a psychological situation where all your focus is on that person, isn't it? Yes? It paves the way. And paving the way is an important step to travel, isn't it? It's not travel. Paving the way is not the journey, but paving the way makes the journey easy, effortless. Now, if you have no strong emotional feeling, why will you think of that person? Now you have a strong emotion. Now all the time your focus is on that person, isn't it? So in that way, it is a useful tool, but it is not existentially anything.